The thought of traveling to China, because of how little information people have about China, the population, and the language barrier, can sometimes be overwhelming. But because I want you to have an enjoyable trip in China, I have put together some travel tips for you that will be necessary for your trip this year, 2024. Now, the very first tip I have for you in today's video is avoid traveling during Chinese holidays like Spring Festival. Yeah, it sounds crazy, but it's the absolute truth. During these holidays, Chinese people from far and wide like to travel back to their country, and also Chinese people within the country are usually trying to get to their hometowns so that they can celebrate with their family members, or other people are just trying to enjoy the city and enjoy the scenery around the country. And trust me, the train stations and airports are usually fully packed to the brim with people, and if you're someone who doesn't do well with crowd, it can be very, very overwhelming.
The fact that I'm laughing inside this crowd is crazy.
Inside we're crying, but outside we're laughing.
Also, not to mention that the tickets are usually hard to grab during this period. Tickets to fun and interesting places are usually hard to grab, and also hotels prices and prices of things in general usually skyrocket. So it's really expensive to travel during this period. So it's just advisable to travel when students are in school and other people are at work. Maybe you can travel during the weekends. I think that's a better option than traveling during holidays. The second point in today's video is download a VPN. If you've ever met someone who's been to China, the person is definitely going to tell you to download a VPN if you are planning a trip to China. Now, why is this important? A VPN is important because you need to be able to access your other apps like Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And these apps are not available in China, okay? They are kind of banned in China. So for you to be able to access these apps to post your nice pictures from your trip in China, you definitely need a VPN. Now, today I'm going to be suggesting to you some VPNs which I have used and were really helpful to me, and the one I'm currently using now. In the past, I've made use of Astra and ExpressVPN. Astro VPN and ExpressVPN are paid VPNs, so you need to pay some money to be able to use these VPNs, and trust me, they are really good because in case they shut down, their servers are usually updated. The VPN I'm currently using now is VPNify, and I've been using it for quite a long time, and it's not a paid VPN. You can pay for it though, but it has a free version, and I've been using the free version comfortably for a while now. So yeah, you should definitely get a VPN if you're planning a trip to China. So some other apps I would suggest you get if you're coming to China are WeChat and ALIPAY, because nowadays in China, most people don't make use of cash.
The owner, they only accept QR payment. Yeah, no credit card and no cash.
So basically, I don't think you could actually live in China without utilizing mobile payments.
The good thing is with Alipay, you can easily add your foreign bank card and make payments directly from your foreign bank. But unfortunately, WeChat doesn't have this option yet. WeChat is mainly used for daily communications, just like WhatsApp is used in the Western world. The good thing about WeChat is if you're having trouble understanding someone's Chinese, you can easily just add them on your WeChat, and the app comes with a built-in translation function, which makes communication very easy. Also, you can do different things on these apps like paying your bills and booking tickets and booking hotels. It's really helpful if you're coming to China, so you should definitely get these two apps before you reach China. The fourth tip if you're coming to China this year 2024 is learn basic Chinese and get a good translating app. Now, I know it can be very challenging to learn a new language, especially when you're an adult, but you know what's even more challenging? Arriving in a location and discovering that most people in that location cannot understand anything you're saying. It can be really, really challenging and stressful. So in order to avoid finding yourself in this situation, you should learn the basic Chinese, at least know how to say I do not understand, which is Tingbudong, or you should know how to say passport and learn the numbers in Chinese, and also learn how to say entry and exit so that it can be easy for you if you're trying to commute from one destination to another using the airport or train stations. The translating apps like Google Translate do not cut it for me when it comes to translating Chinese. So I'd suggest Baidu Translate for you, because Baidu Translate has so many functions. Now the fifth tip for today's video is plan your trips using trip.com or the Trip app. Now this cannot be overemphasized, because if you're coming to China is the country with so many cultures and so many things to do. So the activities are a lot, and there's so much to do and to see in China. So you have to have a plan. You really do have to have a plan, because if you come here without a plan, you feel overwhelmed and you may not be able to accomplish everything you have within your allotted time of stay. So it's really important to have a plan, and that's what Trip helps you to do. Trip helps you to organize your itinerary and helps you to get affordable train tickets and also flight tickets. You can also find foreigner-friendly hotels on Trip, which is very, very important, because not all hotels in China accept foreigners. So it's really important to have this app. I cannot overemphasize it. It's really, really important. During my last trip to Chengdu, I made use of the Trip app, and it was really, really helpful, because I was able to get tickets for different things I was doing, and it just made my trip a lot more easier and, you know, enjoyable. A minor point I would like to add under that is always take your passport everywhere. If you're going to a hotel, wherever you're going to, always take your passport if you're a foreigner, because it's really needed wherever you go to in China. You would always be asked for your passport. Now, the sixth tip in today's video is travel in groups, okay? If you can, travel in groups, because it will help you to cut costs, and you can always go Dutch if you encounter anything expensive and you'd like to do it with your friends. So it's usually more enjoyable to go in groups, and you can always go Dutch, which makes it cheaper. The seventh tip for today's video is download a Chinese map. Now, if you're using an Apple device, this may not really be necessary for you, because Apple Maps stores their data from a local service here in China. So the data is really up to date on Apple Maps. But if you're using an Android device or any other type of device, Google Maps are not sufficient, okay? They have not updated their data in China for many years now. So it's better to get a Chinese map. Some Chinese maps I'll be suggesting today are the Baidu map and also Gaode map, which you can get from your Play Store. It's really important, because if you're going to anywhere in China, you need a map to be able to direct you and to be able to find your way. You don't want to get missing, especially if you don't speak Chinese. You don't want to get missing in China. So a map is really important. Now, the final point for today's video is always book things in advance. If you plan on traveling, always book things in advance. From your train tickets to your flight tickets to your hotel rooms to the amusement park tickets, everything should be booked in advance, because it is no rumor that the population in China is a lot. So tickets usually sell out really, really fast. So if you plan a trip, always book in advance, like a week prior or maybe a day prior for amusement tickets and things like that, because you don't want to go to a place and find out that all the tickets are sold out. Actually, I've experienced this firsthand. When I went to the Panda Reserve like last year, I got there and I didn't book a ticket online in advance. So I had to book an afternoon ticket. Meanwhile, morning tickets are the most favorable. Morning tickets were all sold out, so I had to book an afternoon ticket. And by the time I entered there, all the pandas were sleeping.
Came here in the morning, right, to come and see pandas, and till now we've still not been able to enter. We had to get the afternoon tickets because apparently all the tickets for the morning were already booked 2 days ago, so we couldn't get any morning tickets. Yeah, it's almost time for us to go in. So these pandas better not be sleeping, because I came all the way to see them.
So if you want to have fun in China, always remember to book in advance. With all that said today, I hope I was helpful to you, and I really wish that you have a safe and enjoyable trip in China this year. Now, if you found any of this information helpful, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and also share my content to a friend that you feel may be coming to China anytime soon, or just a friend you feel would enjoy my content. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.